Mirror satellite campuses in the country. Cabinet Secretary for Education Professor George Magoha said earlier today while addressing the merger proposal, noting that university reforms are a must in order to do away with the duplication of courses. Now, Magoha was speaking during the launch of the pre-conference to the 3rd National Conference on Curriculum Reforms in Higher Learning, reiterating that universities must employ staff they can comfortably pay.
The theme of the pre-conference to the 3rd National Conference reforms is to ensure university sector positioning, preparedness and role in the ongoing educational reforms for enhanced access, inclusivity, equity, equality and relevance are met. In a conference attended by leaders from the Ministry of Education, led by the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Professor George Magoha, Dr. Richard Belio Kipsang, Principal Secretary Basic Education, Professor Paul Wainaina, Vice Chancellor Kenyatta University, Professor Shemigot, Chairman of Council, the scholars have hailed the new curriculum as competency-based rather than knowledge-based, stating that it is one great journey that the ministry has embarked on.
The preparedness part of it is very important because you don't need to position yourself, you are part of it. But the preparedness is the most critical part for you. How are you preparing all of us? And how prepared are you yourself to move forward this process?
We need to embrace the curriculum changes and in turn make necessary changes in line with the competency-based curriculum, even if only to catch up with the very rapid changes happening in our economy and our society.
We have to prepare the teachers who are supposed to deal with the early childhood, the normal student at the basic level, and also the special education students.
The stakeholders have a big role to play by training teachers on the new curriculum from the academic angle as a faculty, stating that time is of essence. The tough-talking professor of medicine has warned those mixing politics with education reforms.
Time is of essence because we are running. Before I was appointed, I was asked whether I have capacity to deliver. And I said, yes, Your Excellency, because God has made me alive. My cup is always half full and I'm filling it. It's not the half empty which I'm emptying. And since I got into the house, I found it is tighter, but I think together we can deliver. So that's one of the most important bottlenecks that we have, because as teachers are accepted for training, they must have a curriculum that is relevant, that is going forward.
At the same time, he noted that due to duplication of courses in the universities must undergo reforms and close down satellite campuses.
Regional University for Education. Therefore, the human resource capacity is resident here. But don't forget that 54 out of the 74 universities are teaching education. So basically, Kenyatta University is a team leader. It's providing the wherewithal with which we need to move forward, and that's why when I was looking for a leader for the task force, looking at the competencies available, I picked Professor Fatuma Chege, who teaches here at Kenyatta University. I have said the universities shall be reformed. The reasons you are aware: duplication of courses, are we together? And many other reasons why universities must be reformed, because the way we are going now, it is like we have downgraded universities to be like village polytechnics.
On his part, Kenyatta University Vice Chancellor Professor Paul Wainaina has called on the government to put in place proper infrastructure, especially for people living with disability, and consider minority community in order to make CBC a success.
The government needs to have more equipment for the disabled. And in fact, we were thinking that the way the government is going to be paying for the students by looking at what programs, the science programs to be given more money. We are asking that those students who are disabled should also be given more money than the normal students.
Competency-based curriculum CBC is a new system of education designed to emphasize the significance of developing skills and knowledge and also applying those competencies to real-life situations. The Cabinet Secretary for Education, Professor George Magoha, has led a team of education stakeholders in a pre-conference held in Kenyatta University in determining and understanding the new curriculum. Jamie Kiboi, KUTV.